And we are live apparently. So welcome everybody to today's Hangout. I'm just going to kind of wait a little bit so everyone can get on here. But while I do, will you let me know in the comments or via Twitter what you're hoping to get out of this Hangout? I'm guessing it's probably you want to learn how to get more views and also to make money on YouTube, which we will cover that for sure. But share with us like what kind of videos you have right now, and like what your YouTube channel is about, and that way throughout the Hangout we'll be able to customize kind of our instruction to you to give you the best quality and most relevant information. So again, go ahead and write that on the comment events page, or you can hit us up at Twitter at myvideopower, myvideopower, and we'll be able to reply back to you. Also, while we're waiting for some more people to come on, I want to introduce you the man behind the scenes, Dan Jensen. Dan, show yourself, dude.
Here I am, the man behind the scenes.
Show him your ponytail.
There it is. Almost a year.
In all its glory.
Almost a year.
So Dan's the guy who's he's helped help me put on the Hangouts. He's helped even produce the course. If you have the course How to Make $1 a Day on YouTube, he helped put that together. A man of many talents.
There's a special shout out at the end for me, but
so.
All right. Well, we got a few viewers coming in, so I'm gonna hide myself again.
Sounds good. People are on their phone. They can't see. Again, if you have any questions throughout this Hangout, you can comment on the event page, or you can hit us up on Twitter at myvideopower on Twitter, or Jake Larson7 if you'd like. Dan, can we put a link in the comment section too with the Twitter handle? And then if you have any questions, ask away, and we'll probably answer them towards the end. And also, let us know what kind of videos you have on YouTube, what you talk about, and tell us about your YouTube channel or about you, and then that way we can customize this Hangout to your specific needs. So, Tom Richey is the man. You there, Tom?
I am.
Is it true you're a man?
I am a man. Now,
okay.
To what extent the man remains to be seen. I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel, and about a year ago wanted to make $1 a day, and I'm doing that now. So glad to be here.
Awesome. So Tom reached out to me probably about a year ago and was like, "Hey, this is my thing. What I got going on. Do you think your course, How to Make $1 a Day, would be worth it?" And I said, "Yes, I think it would. And if it doesn't work for you, I'll give you your money back." But he started out like most of us, like from nothing, no views, wasn't making anything. He's a high school teacher. He teaches history, and he started making history videos, and they're kind of very entertaining, very educational, helping people and mostly students learn more about the history, and kind of turned his passion, and he's been starting to make a profit from it. And so he went from how many subscribers do you have now, Tom?
Okay, right now I've got 4,600 subscribers. Almost kind of approaching 4,700, just
Correct.
under 5,000. I'm kind of on pace to pass up 5,000 in a few weeks.
That's crazy. That's very cool. Anyway, so he took my free course. He saw my annoying YouTube ad, which maybe most of you have seen. And that's how he got in touch here. And then he's just been crushing it. And the thing that I feel like separates Tom from a lot of people is he applies everything he learns, and I think that's why he's having the success he's had today, and that's why I wanted to talk to and feature him on this Hangout to help show us and other people not only how to get more views, but how to make money, turn those views into dollars, right? So Tom, give us give us a quick little background bio, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, like Jake said, I'm Tom Richey. I teach history in South Carolina. I teach at Seneca High School here in South Carolina. I adjunct a little bit at Tri-County Technical College on the side, and so that's what I do. I teach history. It's what I like. A few years ago, I started making YouTube videos, really just thinking more about students who were absent. Hey, students like, what did I miss? And maybe if I can get some videos filmed, then I can say, here's what you missed. Now, at the time, I didn't realize everything that goes into making videos, and came to appreciate that a lot more. I'm sure that anybody that's a beginning YouTuber, I struggled a lot with lighting. I struggled with sound, just everything about video production, also the length of the video, and whereas making a video, making something to put on YouTube versus something that I might deliver as a live lecture, still struggle a little bit sometimes, trying to be a little less long-winded. And that's really, I was just kind of stuck. And then also, I felt like I'd been on YouTube for close to a year, and my presence wasn't really felt at that point. I felt like, okay, I mean, my videos aren't really getting a whole lot of views, and if I'm putting all this effort into making videos, then I'd kind of like for people to see them. Was kind of what I was thinking. So I looked up things about how to light a video better, how to make things sound better, and with the stuff that I was looking for, Jake found me. Okay, like that's really Jake's specialty, is YouTube advertising. So based on my YouTube search habits, Jake was able to see, here's somebody, I want to advertise to people who are looking at these videos because this is that type of person. And so when I saw Jake's ad, maybe for about the 15th time, I figured, let me see what this guy's about. I mean, he's made videos that have gotten views, and what Jake's about is really a lot more what I'm about. I'm not a viral video producer. Now, I think it's great. I mean, I've got videos. I've got a video with about 40,000 views right now. I didn't make the video for that. I made it just to make a video and see about educating people. But Jake found me. He realized about the stuff I was looking for. I'm there, and I thought, let me give this a whirl. So I took his free course, and in just a bit, I'll kind of show you where my channel has come based on where it was last year, which was pretty much nowhere, to where it is now, and how that goal that Jake had, like, hey, you can make $1 a day, just regular person making videos in your basement. You can make $1 a day or more.
Nice, awesome. Thanks for that, Tom. We're gonna get into kind of more of the specifics on what you did exactly, and we want you to tell us exactly what you did to get more views and to get more subscribers. And if you need to share your screen, you can show that. So I guess. What are some of the biggest takeaways that people can learn on this Hangout? And let's just dive straight into the good stuff. What did you do?
Okay, well, for one, I'm sure if I don't know who exactly is in our audience, but I'm guessing maybe people who are already on YouTube, already making videos.
Hey, I already got some examples. Says I'm a musician that has almost 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. They want to reach out to their potential subscribers with personal messages. So I think we got musicians on here looking to grow their influence. This other one says my channel is current issues, health / politics / comedy. Again, if you guys have any more stuff, let us know and we can customize this instruction. So I mean, for right now, musicians or people with current issues or in politics and whatnot. So I guess let's do this. Share your screen with us, Tom. Kind of show us the befores and afters and what you did. What was that missing gap to get your videos found on YouTube?
Yeah, and the beauty of this is, Jake didn't make a course for somebody making history videos or educational videos even. I mean, there's just stuff on YouTube that works. And, you know, Jake's giving some of this stuff away for free, which is great, because at first I was like, okay, I'll sign up for this free course. And so, you know, this is, let's see, I'll show you kind of where I am now. Let's see. So, Jake, are you seeing my screen okay?
Yep.
All right. So if you look at my, you know, analytics right now, I am currently, you know, I'm getting about 1,000 views a day. Now, of course, this is a little bit deceptive because school's starting. So you're going to notice here that as far as the view count, you know, it's like the, you know, yesterday I got, you know, 1,800 views, 1,700 views. Now, during the summer, there's just not really a big market for educational videos. But let's see, let's look at 8/27/14. I got 1,800 views. Now, a lot of these are coming from, you know, if you look over the past month, this Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, I'll show you what happened with that video in a bit. But you notice that, like, a lot of it's coming from some of those heavy hitters. But right now, 3, 4, 5, 6, I've got 7 videos that are getting more than 1,000 views a month. You know, these top ones getting, you know, getting 3,000 and 4,000. But let's rewind a little bit. We're going to go back. All right, we're going to go back about a year, and let's see. So we've got 2013. And you know what, actually, let me go ahead and go back to the fall of 2012. I'll explain that spike in a little. That spike is for AP testing. But you can already see a difference here. If you look at 2012, like November, December, you know, I'm here, and you notice, I mean, it's just a flat line. 62 views, 56 views, 61, okay, oh, 200. Now that's the AP exam. So AP exam 2013, I got 497 views off of like 5, you know, I got posted some videos on YouTube, but you see that got up to 497. I was like, woo, I mean, almost 500 people viewed my videos. And so then, you know, it's like at the beginning of last year, if we go to 8/26, 129 views. So, you know, my view count is over 10 times what it was a year ago. And now you notice this is about where I ran into Jake. Now, I also had a collaboration that I did with somebody in my field that helped out some, but really a lot of this stuff was, you know, taking Jake's advice. But you can see here that very quickly I'm going from getting, you know, 117 views. You know, I'm taking Jake's free course here. And by this time, I'm getting like almost 400 views. And a lot of this stuff is on videos that I'd already made. So, for example, one of the things that Jake will tell you in your free course is you've just got to keep in mind what people are searching for, and make sure that all of your SEO is right. And so this one here, Magna Carta, English Bill of Rights, and the American Revolution. This is a video that I made Christmas of 2012. Okay, now you can see here, woo, 5 views, 1 view, 2 views, 2 views, you know, red fish, blue fish, that sort of thing. I mean, you know, 1 view, 2 views. And this is like, I mean, this just kind of for, oh, look at that, I got like 15 views. Woo! And
those are from your mother, right, Tom?
Right, you know, some of those are. I mean, you know, which is kind of funny because my mom was like, you know, your dad watches all of your videos. And, you know, I was like, oh, that's great. You know, my parents are really supportive of this. You know, parents usually don't want their kid to be a teacher. And so, you know, I mean, it was like, okay, I mean, dad's like supportive of something I'm doing. That's great. But now here, look at this. This is when I started taking Jake's free course. And so, you know, I'm going to getting like 10 to 20 views, if that, in a day. There's 8 views. And all I did was I retitled this video. I had some kind of clever title. I called it like, From England with Love, like Origins of American Government or something like that. And it's like, who looks for that? Okay, like people aren't looking for how clever you can title your videos. Like when you title your videos and we put in the description and the tags, you're putting in stuff that people are searching for. And so you're trying to anticipate. And, you know, Jake showed me this thing like Google Trends. I mean, I remember I tweeted about this. I was like, where has this been all my life? You know, trends.google.com. It's like, I didn't know this existed, and Jake's just like giving this away for free. Of course, it's a website that's free to the public, but I didn't know about it. And so you start thinking about, what is it that who is my market, and that's really, you know, where Jake's expertise comes in, because it's, you know, he's told me before, you know, education is the new marketing. It's like I'm an educator, but I'm also a marketer, and I am marketing my videos to someone. So then I start to think about, okay, people aren't typing in origins of American government. What people are typing in, and this lecture of mine, it covers the Magna Carta, the English Bill of Rights, and American government. And I made a better thumbnail. Thumbnails are very important. My friend Heath Hughes History, you know, told me about this. I made a more attractive thumbnail, and it says here, English origins of American government on the thumbnail. Words help, at least in my field. Then Magna Carta, English Bill of Rights, American government. So let's go over here. All right, glad to see Texas A&M beating the Carolina Gamecocks. Hopefully we don't have any Gamecock fans here. All right, but let's see. Let's go to YouTube and type in English Bill of Rights. All right, so type in. There we go. Does that look familiar? That's me. All right. Now this thing's got 10,000 views. And so first thing is take whatever it is that you're doing. I mean, take, you know, when we look at the more recent analytics here, and you see that, wow, this thing, 184 views. So here's a video that, I mean, it looks like crap. I mean, I'll play it for you. I mean, this is like one of my first videos. And look at that. I mean, it's just like, and then I was so bad with lighting, I had to put a YouTube lighting filter on there. Welcome to Intensive Review. And there I am, just take a look. And, you know, very amateurish, you know, compared to what I'm doing now, I think. But, you know, it's just, it reached people. I mean, it's like people are looking for it. It's giving them the information they need. And, you know, now we're seeing that this thing is early U.S. history, so people are watching it. That'll probably go down a little bit later, but 184 views for a video that was out there, but was, you know, at this time last year was just getting a fraction of that. And a lot of that, all it was just going in and marketing the video and thinking about who's my target audience, and, you know, seeing that, you know, now I've got these people I want, you know, and that's where you really, it's just, you've got to show up there at the top of the search, and the way to do that is to let people know what's in your video. You're not trying to scam anybody. You're putting a very accurate thing. Who am I trying to reach, and how are they behaving? What are they searching for? And so that would be the first thing, is to go back and look at what you've already done and just rebrand it, and what's not reaching people, who should be reached by this, find out what they're searching for, and put that all over your video. Jake, you might have a little bit to elaborate on that, because that's more
that's actually probably the most important, like, takeaway is, like, who are you trying to reach? And if don't tell me everybody, because if you're trying to reach everybody, you're gonna reach nobody. So, like, who are your videos for? And then the next step is, what are the keywords they're searching for? What do you want to be ranked for? And that involves SEO and keyword research, but, like, you can use Google Trends, which is a free tool. You can use Google AdWords, and then you can see what people are searching for and how they're phrasing it. And then as long as you make sure that that phrase is in your title and in your description and in your tag keywords, people will be able to find you. Because think of it this way: there are, what was that stat? There was like 100 million hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every day. Like, there's millions and millions and millions of YouTube videos that are uploaded. The only way Google knows where to place those videos is what you tell them to put. So let's take this for example. A musician. How can a musician looking to get their album out to the right people? What do you want to be searched for? Like certain, like, popular piano covers or guitar covers, or like if someone has if there's like a big popular hit right now, you could do a cover of that, and if you sound good, then people will, like, list. That's how you can get found. Like, that doesn't mean that's who you are, but that's how you can get found. And if you sound good, people will look through the rest of your stuff. So I'm thinking off the top of my head, if I'm a musician, tag stuff that people are searching for. Miley Cyrus twerking. No, I'm just kidding. Like, that's the thing. You don't want to con people, right? So just because it's a popular trend doesn't mean you should tag that as your video. I'm a fan of just being straight up and honest with people. So whoever you are, like, tag your videos with those keywords. Another person commented that they have a current issues channel with health and politics and comedy. I see that, and like, I guess a red flag goes up for me. Like, that's way too much to cover. I would get specific, like who you are. Current issues is tough. It's good though too, because people search that, and like your videos will get like those search spikes, like that graph that Tom Richey showed, like during the API test or whatever. You know, he saw a surge in traffic, and then it spikes out. But like, and then with school starting again, like he gets another surge, like a surge, a spike in traffic. And as long as I have another YouTube channel that talks about like how to save money on taxes and expense your tracks, and every time during like tax season I get a huge hit in views and also in money, and then it dies down. But I guess think of who your audience is, think of the keywords that they search, and if you don't know what keywords they search, use the Google Trends topic, or you can use the Google AdWords Keyword Planner, and that's something that helps me. And if you don't know how to use that, you can Google it, or you can take my How to Make a Dollar a Day on YouTube course. Shameless plug. Again, do you guys have any other questions that, or what kind of YouTube channel you have? What type of videos you have? Before I go into our next segment, I guess I want to keep you guys involved and make sure that this is the most relevant information out there. So, Tom.
Yeah.
What else? I guess what else was one of your biggest takeaways as well as getting people? Any other?
Okay, and first of all, the person with the current issues politics channel, or anybody even, contact me through my website, tomrichey.net. I've got a contact form. You can email me directly at tr@tomrichey.net. I'm on Twitter at Tom Richey, Instagram, anything like that, still at Tom Richey. Just look for me, Google me, and I'd love to get in touch. Maybe possibly take a look at your channel, and if our paths cross, collaborate. So first of all, it's taking the stuff that you've already done, and then it's really looking forward, because one of the things that I struggled with most was production, lighting, sound. Now, of course, sometimes that could be pretty like you can get past some of that. Like right now, I'm just using a Logitech webcam, and I've actually got some videos. Let me show you. As far as like just thinking about getting these videos up there, because keep in mind, I've got an educational channel, and Jake, you mentioned, okay, this politics and current issues channel is too big. I really started, there's, if any of you have taken an AP exam before, AP European History is one of these smaller AP exams. I teach AP US History that's got about 400,000 test takers a year. AP Government, which has about 200,000 test takers a year. AP European History has just over 100,000. But I realized that nobody was serving that market. And so I put 5 videos up, and people were watching them. I saw one of them just like got over 1,000 views, which I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then I realized, what? There were teachers that had slidecast, but nobody was really like making live action videos, because that's the thing. Part of YouTube is a relationship. If somebody can watch a slidecast or something like that, or they can see an actual person talking, they're going to pick that actual person. Like, they want to trust you. And I'm somebody that these kids that are taking AP European History, they're trusting me for their performance on a college level test. Let me see. Daughter's going to bed. Say hey, Caroline.
Hey.
Good night.
All right. Night night. Mwah. I love you.
So real quick, we got one of the questions that came in. I used to put keywords in the description of my videos, but I heard YouTube is penalizing people for doing that, and I've noticed I'm getting less views now that I pulled my keywords out. Don't take your keywords out of your descriptions. If you don't have your keywords in your title and descriptions, Google doesn't know how to find your videos, and thus people can't find your videos. I think the misconception, it's called keyword stuffing, where people see a popular trend, like right now, whatever popular trend's going on, like the ice bucket challenge or whatever. If you keyword stuff things that are popular but have nothing to do with your video, I think Google will penalize you for it, or YouTube, because it's not relevant. But as long as the keywords have to do with what your video is about, you got to add them in there, or people are going to find them. So, like I said, I'm all about being straight up and honest with people, and so that's how you should tag your videos. I mean, don't tag them Miley Cyrus twerking when you're talking about history lessons, right? Or like whatever history. So keep it relevant, and yeah, add it in there. Sorry, Tom, you were talking about some video production and stuff that's helped you, some simple tips.
Yeah, and I think that you've got to realize that you're finding a market and you're building a relationship. So, for example, like, you know, AP European history, as far as AP test goes, is a pretty small market, but check this out. I mean, it's just, you know, when you connect with that market, and this is really what you want, you know, if you're doing something. But if I type in AP European history, okay, so I type that in. Look at that. Like, I mean, YouTube has figured out that, like, people come to my channel for that exam. And so you've got an ad here, and then here, Tom Richey. They know that, like, look, if you were, and YouTube, they want to make money. I mean, that's the thing. YouTube is here because if people are watching videos and watching the ads and all of that stuff, like, I mean, YouTube's making money. So when they see that people are watching my videos and they're getting what they need to prepare for this exam, you know, they're rewarding me for that. So there's my channel. There's my video on the Italian Renaissance. There's AP Euro DBQ. Then there are a couple other videos. Hitler finds out his AP Euro score is hilarious. I don't know if you've seen any of those videos that have Hitler and that's that scene and they're translating it, however. And then you see there's my playlist of AP European history review videos. Now that's a big deal too. Playlisting and thinking of, like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, I want to put all my stuff in one place, and now, like, you know, I've got over 30 review videos for AP European history. And so that's, you know, I mean, you can see that when you look in the, there's me again, there's me, there's me, there's me.
Hold on, Tom, I'm going to throw in, go back to that other tab you were on where it shows the ad.
Let's see.
As far as, like, making money off your views, go one more tab over, the Italian Renaissance. So here's an ad, like, it's a Hot Pockets ad, which is kind of poorly targeted. But for example, if I'm an advertiser and I'm selling anything that has to do with education, or I'm trying to reach smart kids in high school who are looking up, you know, history videos, boom, that would be a perfect place for me as a business or an advertiser to place my ad is on Tom Richey's videos. And I guess that could also be a factor in your guys' head when you're making your YouTube channel, and if the goal is to make money off your views, think, does my channel have an audience that people are trying to reach? So I guess kind of keep that in mind, and that can, like, you can define that niche and like, who are your followers? Again, it plays into, like, who is your audience? What are people searching for? And then right now, I think YouTube advertising is still pretty general. Not very many people know how to do it, and those who are, the very few people that aren't doing it very correctly. Like, you saw the Hot Pockets ad on a history channel. Like, what if that was like something to help people pass software to help people pass an AP exam or something? You could get really relevant, and eventually that will be the case, and that will be where the good money's made. So
now, then again, I've got an audience of, like, a lot of teenagers and stuff too that are like, you know, ooh, I gotta eat, you know. So I mean, there may be a little bit of method to the madness there. Of course, they also get a fair amount of alcohol ads, which I don't understand why that's even legal for, you know, videos that are obviously targeted to high school kids, and they're advertising like, oh, here's you know, Heineken or something like that. I mean, just a ridiculous amount of ads for alcohol on there. But at the same time, you know, if the kids are going to watch them, great. If the person watches either 30 seconds or half the ad, whatever is less, then you get paid a little money off of this ad. So when I've got this playlist here and nearly all of these videos are monetized, let me share my screen with you again. You know, some of them I've got something else on there, which sometimes, you know, now of course monetizing, you've got to own all the content. But my most popular video, I made a video comparing the philosophers Thomas Hobbes and John Locke. Now, everybody learns about John Locke in school, okay? And if they search for John Locke, there's me. Second thing. Now, Thomas Hobbes and John Locke, too. Now, I just passed 40,000 views, so I get to congratulate myself right here in front of everybody. But that's my most popular video. Now watch this. All right, now I'm going to type in Thomas Hobbes. Double whammy. #1 video on that. So I'm getting traffic from 2 sources because I made this comparative video. Now what I did here is I start this thing. Oh, hey there. It's education time. And, you know, I just kind of put this hook in there at the beginning, and, you know, I've got this Mastodon clip, and I can't make any money off that because I'm using somebody else's stuff, but at the same time, this is my most popular video. It's got 40,000 views, so let me show you what, you know, what the strategy is here, you know, which I just kind of made the video just to make it, but if you look at what I'm making indirectly off of this video, so if I go here and I type in, you know, Thomas Hobbes, and John Locke, and I see here 40,000 views, and then if I look at subscribers, okay, I have picked up 563 subscribers, which I'm just under 5,000, so about like over a tenth of my subscriber base got to me through this video. So the thing is, I would recommend, like, you've got to think in terms of like, okay, maybe making money off this particular video is not what I'm going for. Like if I can put like a little hook in there, you know, once in a while, and I think that, you know, that might do something and make it a better video, make the better video. That gets them to subscribe, then they'll turn on to your other content. I think that was a big part of the success I experienced having a few videos like that. Now, thankfully, I don't really, at least my European history videos, I don't really have to advertise anymore, but I did for a while, like Louis the 14th, the Sun King of France. If you see here, I'm the second one on there. Now, what I did was I bought one of the, I like these ads a lot, okay, because what this is, you can put, if somebody searches for Louis the 14th, I want my video to be in one of these top 2 spots. And I did that. That was last fall. Now, you can see this thing's gotten 15,800 views. Now, the Thomas Hobbes and John Locke video hasn't earned me any money, but if we look at Louis the 14th, I probably spent maybe $10 to advertise that video, and it may seem like, you know, a good bid or something like that, but then if I look at my,
because $10 for a high school teacher, that's like a week's worth of salary, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, then I've got 5 weeks salary here. See, I mean, that's the thing that I spent about $10, maybe $10, $15 to market this video, and getting that ad just placed, you know, getting my video placed at the top, because I was like, you know what? I know this is a good video. Like, I know that a student who is looking to learn about Louis the 14th, especially an AP European history student, you know, they're going to like what they get, and this is going to be worth the money. And that investment's paid off. So it's like YouTube advertising can, and what, I mean, what am I going to get for $10 anywhere else? Like, I mean, this helped me get my video up there. Now, another thing to note is sometimes I'll brand my video AP European history, but since my channel's gotten bigger, I'm like, wait, let me back off of that a little bit. And when I see Louis the 14th is getting #1 when it's just Louis the 14th, I'm not branding that thing AP European history anymore. I want anybody who's looking for Louis the 14th to find that video.
Right.
So that's the thing. When the video gets a certain size, when you feel like, okay, my target audience has seen it, but I can expand, always think about rebranding your videos. Like, am I, you know, if this thing's going up, you know, you've got to just let the market decide. Just like I'm really more of a U.S. history teacher, an ancient history teacher. European history, modern Europe's not really my forte necessarily, not my strongest place, but that market responded to me. And that's where you want to be yourself on YouTube, but you've got to think about, like, okay, in the context of who I am and what I do, you know, I teach history, and so when the market is responding to something, then I'm going to put my eggs in that basket. Now, here's another thing, though. AP European History, 100,000 exams. Most of those kids go on the next year. They take that in 10th grade. They go on an AP US History, 400,000 exams. So I'm probably about to spend a little bit of advertising money because I've got students that are moving into another market. And so I want to break into that bigger market, and I've got people to march over there with me, which trying to go into the U.S. history market back when I had 100 subscribers, that would have been kind of stupid because it's a big market, it's a crowded market. But now I can show up with a little bit of a posse and, you know, hey, I'm ready to come into this market and, you know, be somebody here. And so, you know, if I've got a video that I'm thinking, hey, students really going to like this. I mean, if I can get that A-push market, you know, I can start making more than I'm making now. Now, Jake, should I go ahead and like show off some of the?
We got some questions we're gonna answer real quick.
Okay.
He says, I do a YouTube version of the Colbert Report, basically. How do you market that? If that were my YouTube channel, I would find relevant topics as they come up, like in I guess current topics, topics that people are searching for, and I would use like the trends or the keyword search tool to see what people are searching for, and I'd build videos around the demand for what people are looking for, and so that's. And I'd make sure like they're good videos, that they're funny videos, and I would make sure to put those keywords in the YouTube title and in the description and in the tags, and that's what I would do to get people finding them. Because not only will they show up in search results, but they'll show up in suggested videos too. So that's always a good one. Next question. I make Christianity videos now, but I'm planning on making a video on how people can make money online. Any suggestions that I would do to get views to my Christianity videos and my video on how someone can make money? So like I said, I think the Christianity, like, I don't know how many people search it, but like, does God exist, or like, you know, those big like philosophical questions. I would answer. I think of like the top 50 most asked question, and I would answer. I'd make a video for each question and answer those, and I would flood YouTube with your videos, and I'd make sure that you put your keywords in the title and in the description. And then it's the same principle for any industry, really. Just whoever your customer or your audience is, build your videos around them and put the keywords that they're searching for in the title, description, and the tags, and make sure your video is good. And so, like, same thing with. I wrote a blog post 6 months ago about how to make money on YouTube. And right now, if you Google that, or how many views to make money on YouTube or whatever, that in Google search results, that blog post shows up first, and that's the same principle whether it's Google search or YouTube search. It's make sure there's keywords in there and everything. Then I guess someone said, for my channel, I do gameplay and commentaries. I don't feel like people are actually searching for that. They just inadvertently find it and enjoy it. First of all, it's never inadvertent when someone finds your video. It's either through search or it's through suggested or related videos. So, people don't just accidentally come upon a website or accidentally come upon a video. Like, there was someone who searched it, or it was an ad on someone else's video. It was specifically placed there for a reason, and that's what Google does. Is they gather the world's information and they put it in one spot to help people find it. So I would, if you're a gamer and you want people to find your videos, make sure that the game you're playing, and maybe the question that people have is in your title and description and tags. Have I said that enough on this Hangout? Tom, you've got a question.
Oh, yeah, I was going to just say, like, you know, you were talking about kind of latching on to trends, which is a really good thing.
Sorry, Tom, we've got a question for you specifically.
Oh, a question for me. Okay, excellent, yes.
It says, after you ended your advertising on the Louis the 14th video, spending your $10, did YouTube then rank your video higher on an organic search?
Oh yeah, I mean that's what you see here. I mean it's the #2 video, and it now sometimes I'm going to tell you, like, be patient. Now these first two videos here are ads. So it's like now when somebody types in Louis the 14th, now this is a documentary. So when you think about it, if somebody's not looking for a documentary, mine's really kind of first here. And then there's a playlist, then there's something in French. So yeah, I mean, this definitely paid off. Now, one thing I'm going to say is, like, when you have a brand new video, see where it gets on its own maybe for a few days, unless this is something that, like, hey, I really need to get this up here now, because, you know, sometimes the video will work its way up on its own. But yeah, definitely, like, that was my goal, because what has to happen is, if you think that you've got a video that YouTube is kind of ignoring, but you feel like, look, this is what they need. And the thing is that a lot of this stuff's not targeted. I mean, look at these first two. It's like, learn French, lesson 1, Until Dawn by PlayStation. That's not what these people are looking for. So imagine if one of these ads was like video about Louis the 14th. And so then you're up there at #1 or 2, and so that's what happened. And what ended up happening there, I can show you. You know, I'm kind of trying to make eye contact with you, because that's always good on YouTube. But let me pull this back up and show you the analytics. Okay, so if we go to Louis the 14th, Sun King of France, we see that you know, likes and dislikes. You know, 85 likes, 12 dislikes. Now keep in mind, dislikes, those help your engagement, because somebody formed an opinion about this video. You know, I mean, if somebody, like, when I have a troll come in and they dislike and they leave a bad comment, I'm like, thank you. You know, this is great for me. And so, you know, you look at the likes and dislikes. Also, another thing is the audience retention. And so you can look at that. And, you know, so we've got true view. Let's see. So the relative audience retention is what you want to look at. So let's see. All right. And so the thing is, if you look at the relative audience retention, now it gets to average right there at first, but then you see here that, you know, this is, now I don't know if, let's see, okay, these were the advertised. So these are people that looked at my advertisement. Like, when you see the green, it'll show you. These are people in blue who found it organically, and these are people with the ads. But as you can see here, I mean, I've got above average retention for about 4 minutes. Then it gets, you know, it's average. It's not below average. And then you get to kind of the stuff at the end. But people who find this video organically, they're tuned in, they're above average. And so that's the kind of stuff that YouTube is looking for. You know, if you think, like Jake said, they don't penalize you for your tags, they penalize you if you had bad tags, like you get attention real quick and then it just shoots down. Then they're going to know this video sucks, or at least, if this video doesn't suck, at the very least, it's not hitting a market. It's not hitting the market that you say that it's going to hit. So if there's truth in advertising, then, you know, people are going to see it. If it's a good video, if it's getting them. Now, Jake says that you are trying to educate, entertain, and inform, which in my case, I'm first of all trying to educate, and that's where I have to kind of differentiate myself in the market, because educational videos, what you've got is, on one side, you've got the college professor who is going on for 45 minutes to an hour. That is a very small market looking for that. Okay, we live in a world of people with limited attention spans. Now, on the other hand, you've got, you know, I don't know if you're familiar with maybe like John Green Crash Course. It's like a huge channel. But those videos, they're more entertaining. Like, they're very entertaining, but if you don't already know something about the topic, you know, how much are you really going to walk out with? So it's like you've got the Yale professor here, and then you've got edutainment here. And what I figured out is, like, there's nobody standing in the middle here. There's nobody making, like, 5 to 15-minute videos that are not dry. You know, I try to add, like, some humor and that sort of thing. I try not to be too, you know, monotone. I'll crack jokes, that sort of thing. But I have to think about for my market. I'm not primarily trying to entertain you, and I have to make that choice. You know, when you think about inform, educate, and entertain, you know, which one is first? But you've got to do really all three. I mean, if I just get on there and talk like this, and you know, that sort of thing, it's not really going to sell. Now, another thing that differentiates me is if you look at, you know, my Louis XIV video. Think about how you can be different from somebody else. Who's doing the same thing. So you know, if you go to this video, I'm going to show you just kind of, okay, quit advertising me. That's my video. Hot Pockets again. I just ate.
Keep it running. You'll make money.
A real pizza. Not on myself. Now they'll know when I do it. Now look at this. Jake knows that, by the way. But yeah, but yeah, don't get into watching your own ads. It won't really make a difference. But see, the thing is, what I'm doing is I've got these slides there. So it's like I give you the benefit of a slide cast. If you make that full screen, you can see what's on there, and a lot of people watch this in their classrooms and stuff. And so you see this, and that's something that differentiates me. Like before I was doing YouTube videos, I was also, okay, I got a little effect there that I'm playing around with. You know,
all fancy, dude. You need to simmer down.
Yeah, and so the thing is, like, having those slides there so that, you know, what I have in mind is, like, I want a student who wants to take notes or who wants a visual. Like, visuals increase learning about 60%. And so if a student's preparing for their exam and they can watch a video of somebody talking without visuals or of me talking with visuals, it sets me apart. And that's really, so I'm standing in the middle of John Green and the Yale professor trying to provide some middle ground to the student who doesn't have an hour, doesn't want to listen to the professor ramble on, you know, watches this video and is thinking, I want to get a little more in depth. And it ended up there's a market. And that's, you know, how I've gotten, you know, where I've gotten to the extent that I have is that I figured out, you know, I found somewhere where there's just very little here, and that's just, you know, giving somebody a 5 to 15 minute, you know, sort of kind of introduction to something. Like, I've got a lot of students who I've probably been plagiarized on a lot of papers and stuff and that sort of thing because they're like, oh man, you helped me so much with my paper, and I'm thinking, weren't you supposed to read a book for that or something like that? But that's what they tell me, and so, you know, it's just I'm meeting a need, and that's really what this is about. And it's great. I mean, it feels good when you're making a video, and not only did you make some money, but you're also you know, you're also making a difference for somebody else who otherwise may not have done as well on the exam. I mean, when a kid like emails me or messages me or tweets at me and tells me like, hey, I got college credit because of your videos. I mean, that's really, and one other thing for me that I want to make clear, I've never been in this to make money. You know, I was in this to get views. I want to put myself out there. I want to draw attention to my website, tomrichey.net. And, you know, that's why I'm there. And I want to educate people. But then I realized, you know, I can make, you know, I can make some money on the side, and, you know, that's great. But, you know, you get a little bit of an income stream, and then you realize in the context of this, I'm benefiting and they're benefiting. You know, you've got this whole Adam Smith mutually beneficial exchange. Everybody leaves the table happy, and I don't have to charge my audience, because that's one thing that I like to, you know, I've started offering some like online tutoring and stuff like that I would charge for, but it means a lot to me that I'm putting this content out there where people don't have to pay for it. And so, you know, enough people watch the ads, and it helps me make some money, and it doesn't cost anybody anything except for some corporation, you know, Hot Pockets or something like that, that's giving me a little supplemental income.
Tom, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think that's the case with most everyone. Is like everyone wants, like, they have their passion, what they do at, and it's, you know, education, or like I love teaching people how to get found and how to, I guess, you know, how you can bring value to people. And it always starts out as like, yo, let's just get exposure, let's get views. But then at the same time, there's nothing wrong with turning your passion and getting a profit from your passion. It's just kind of like the icing on the cake, I feel like. And I guess that's kind of a good transition into, I guess, this next segment. We got some more questions, which I'm going to answer. But before, so I mean, someone's asking, like, what's this course he keeps talking about? What's this free course? And with that in mind, I knew that I wanted to bring value to people. And so I created a free video marketing course, which I think most people watching this or on my email list have come from that. If you go to videopower.org and it's like on the home page, and there's banners on my blogs because like it's a free course, and I email it to you. I email you all these videos on how you can talk about all this stuff. And then for like the people who are, I guess, more advanced, who want to go into more details, we've talked a lot about keyword research, and we've talked a lot about how to find what people are searching for through Google Trends or through Google AdWords, where there are tools that teach you how to do that. And I've created a course around that whole niche. The course is called How to Make $1 a Day on YouTube, and I sell it at like a $47 package, a $97 package, and a $147, depending on what you want to get. But I guess I want to take 5 minutes. I want to show you exactly what you get in this course, and then I have a special offer at the end, and then we'll get back to answering some questions. So let me share my screen with you. And show you kind of what about this course is, and I'm glad. I mean, Tom's been awesome because he was one of the first people to buy my course, this How to Make $1 on YouTube course, and he bought it and he applied it and it's working for him. And so I guess Tom's been awesome in the fact. So like I said, you got different packages. You got the ebook only, which is $47. You got the ebook plus the videos that I show you. That's $97, and then the complete package has some really cool templates. So when you first get the course, you open up. You can get a PDF or an iBook, which I have open up here. You can see, and this is cool. This is, again, Dan helped me put it together, but I've broken it into 5 different steps. I talk about this disruption that we have, where we have the ability to get our message in front of anyone. I talk about the research, which so let's just kind of scroll through here. After each section, I have these checklists. The research, I talk about, how I have these videos. So when you click on them, they'll open up in a tab. Let's see, I got one up here, I believe. I have all these videos that shows you how to do everything. So in this research video, how do you find out what people are searching for? How do you know how much certain advertisers are paying for? Because there are certain keywords that advertisers pay more money for, and you know that through Google AdWords. I have, like, you can see me in these videos. I show you. You watch my screen as I do it, as I do keyword research. I show you the Google Trends, some other kind of secrets that I use, and I have a checklist at the end of every segment on what you can do. I also go and do a little bit about video production to show you, like, what's the easiest way to make simple but professional looking videos. Tom talked a little bit about it. I have, like, the identify your message. There's instruct, inform, and entertain. The layout that I use, how to create scripts and everything, and framing and lighting, and the kits that I use. Just the best and easiest way to make simple and professional videos. And then I get into if you got the iBook, you got this nice little feature. So again, this is what people get. And then when you let's see, let me go back here. So then I get into optimizing videos. Like, what are steps you need to take to optimize and add those keywords into your YouTube channel? How do you do that? And then lastly, monetization. How can you make your money off all the views that you're getting? And that shows you how to monetize your channel. And it's all instructions here. And I have videos to back up everything, like how to optimize, how to add YouTube annotations, how to do everything. It puts all this stuff into one place. And again, for the complete package, I have this. This is pretty cool. These little PSD like templates. You know those little screens at the end of videos that you see. You can go in here and you can add and tweak these. I mean, it will save you time, save you some money, and then a template to create your YouTube channel art. Just that's like an added bonus. I have I've included slides too. all the different slides I have. Shows you, I mean, everything you could possibly want to know. And again, so that's the course. It's called How to Make $1 a Day on YouTube, and we have a special offer right now. So if you go to videopower.org/hangout-limited offer, this will be available till Sunday, but it's 30% off whichever course you want. So if you want the 147, the complete package with the videos and the templates, that drops it down to 97, basically 97 bucks. And I told Tom, if this doesn't work for it, I told Tom this, and I'm going to offer the same promise. And let me stop sharing my screen so I can show you I mean it, right? Sounds so weird. Anyways, if this course doesn't deliver value and you apply the principles and it's not for me, I'll give you your money back. I'm not in this to make money. I just want to help people, and I know for myself too. When I buy something, I use it and I apply it, and it means more to me. Because I noticed too, like if you give free stuff away, like nobody cares. Like, oh, it's free, like they don't use it. But when you pay for something, it shows that you value it. And this course, I tell people, yeah, you'll pay 97 bucks for it, but it has the potential of making you constant revenue every month. And so Tom said, he had that one day where he made what, 52 bucks in a day or something.
Yeah, I can. I don't know if I've shown that off yet, Jake. Do you want me to show some of that off real quick?
Yeah, let's see that. Let's see how much money you're making, Tom.
All right. Yeah, that's probably why people are here, just to see. And the thing is, it's like, I ran into Jake, started monetizing my videos, and then when I took his course, I was maybe making about 30 cents a day. Let's just kind of look through the through the overall history. Now, for the last month, now school's getting started. During the summer, it's like, okay, I'm making, maybe a little less than $1 a day, but then again, sometimes a little more. But you see now that a lot more schools are in session. Some don't even start until after Labor Day. Let's see, yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so some don't start until after Labor Day, but I'm already making, it looks like I could be pushing into 3 figures pretty soon. I was making about 40 or 50 bucks right before we got into AP season, and so just for the yesterday I made $3.65 off these videos. Now, one of these is some of this just one video making $8 a month. Now, I did the same thing I did with that Locke and Hobbes. I did Plato and Aristotle. So now when somebody goes, Plato, everybody's heard of Plato, pretty big philosopher. And so when you type in Plato, there's me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm about the 6th, non-paid hit. When somebody goes to Aristotle. Now you saw my thing flash, that's the 3rd hit on Aristotle, and this thing's gone to, 17,000 views. And what it is, now I've never even taken a college course in philosophy, but I know a thing or two about it, and I know enough to explain it to somebody who doesn't really know anything and can't understand this professor who's talking over their head. So I identified my market. I knew who I was going for. And so if I go further back here, so if you go to May, this is where you have that spike for everything goes way down, because the AP exam, and this tells you something about human nature. The AP exam was on May 14th. All right, so some people got on there in the morning, and they're cramming the morning up for an exam that's at noon. Now, the day before the exam, I made $60 off of my view. I got like 24,000 views, and as you can see, I'm usually between like 1,000 and 2,000. 2 days before, I'm getting 21, and then, I got 23. So it's like, really, it's kind of funny, because when you go back, you see that a lot of people aren't even preparing for this exam until like less than a week before. So, those crammers, and if I weren't just coming up for AP, see, this is where just coming up for AP Euro helps, but I advertised to get there. And so we can go back here to where I first started. And I mean, the thing is, it's real slow at first. I mean, I made like 1 cent a day. Then the next day, I remember this. It's like, this is late September, and then I made 2 cents a day. Then I
What
made
about Spike? What is that? $60 in one day?
yeah, $60 in one day. And if you go to the 30-day totals, that's where you really got to see what you're doing. I made $225 the month before the AP exam. Which that was a nice little check to get in the mail, just for stuff that I do anyway, and for videos that now I've spent more on my channel than I've gotten back so far, but it's just like any business. It's it's an investment, and that's what I look at it as. That I want to make good videos, and I'm investing that money, and hopefully what I'm looking for this year, like I just bought a new computer so that I could edit videos faster and that sort of thing, so that'll set me back a little bit. But if you look at what I'm making now, I can afford to the payments on a computer. And so I'm kind of at the point now where I can just say, like, look, I'm going to use like money just that I'm getting in to invest in the channel, and then give it another year, and there will be gravy, and I'll still be helping people. I'll still be doing what I do. And something that I was like waiting tables last semester on the side to like get some money to help with what I was sinking into my channel. And so now it's like, now that I've got a little money coming in, I don't have to do that anymore. It's like I can do what I love. It's like I'm looking forward to like getting to a day where I can just go and work my day job, and this is my second income. That's really what my dream is, to make. I mean, there are people that are in my field that are making several $100s a month, and that's kind of what I'm looking at, so that my life can be about education. And then I can have some some extra money and spend some more time with my cute kid that you saw earlier, and all of that kind of stuff. And it's just there are formulas to make it happen, and a lot of it is just really applying the stuff that I learned in this course.
So, and I think, like I said, that just makes me feel good, because it shows like this stuff works. It's worked for me. Like I'm making passive income on this YouTube channel, and it's fun to have like a check from Google every month. It's working for Tom, and it's worked for multiple other people that I've talked with, and so I guess it's worked. And I mean, if it doesn't, and if it's not for you, like I guess I'll give you your money back. I feel like if I can't deliver value, then I don't deserve your money. That's my philosophy with everything, and I do it with my clients as well. Like if this doesn't work, I don't deserve your money. And so again, if you go to that landing page and you type in, you check out, it's promo code Make Money. Oh, special guest.
He's gonna one up me. He's got a baby.
Mrs. Muffins. So I mean, a year ago I quit my job, and it was a month before she was born. Say hey, Lola. Huh? Say hi.
Wait. Say hi.
Anyways, it's allowed me to work from home and spend more time with my family, and really it's about freedom, right? It's about doing what you want with your time, and this course I think helps bring in a little bit of extra cash that can help free up some stress and free up some time, and yeah. So again, if you go for the complete package of the course, it's $147. And if you use the promo code, you save almost $50 instantly, and this will be available until Sunday. Same with this replay as well. And like if you want to buy it, great. If you don't, I don't care. And I hope you get a lot from this Hangout. So with that being said, I think let's get back to answering some questions. I do videos for entrepreneurs. I'm getting started and have done the basics. Yeah. What would you suggest ranking for, since people won't search the word entrepreneur? If that's the case, I would go into the AdWords planner and I would type in that keyword, and it will give you suggested keywords to use instead. Like if they're not going to use the word entrepreneur, maybe they're going to use the word small business or hustler. I don't know, like whatever keyword that people are going to search for.
I'd love to come up on that one. That's my goal.
Tom, let's hear it.
Just get a video that comes up, hustler.
Yeah. Do it. Let's see. Another question. Let me see here. How much money should I spend on advertising? That would be I have another course called Hacking YouTube Advertising, which you could look into that. Again, it's on videopower.org. But Tom, do you want to answer that question real quick? Like, how much would you recommend spending on advertising?
You know, I think it's really just you know, dependent on what your goals are. Like, you know, for my case, I was like, you know what, I mean, I'm you know, especially since last time that I bought advertising, I was, you know, kind of starting out. So you got to think about like what are my goals and how much am I willing to spend to meet them. If your goals are monetary, you know, you want to make sure that you're investing kind of in terms of what you plan to make, and if you're getting yourself out there, you know, anytime that I've bought it, I usually buy in batches of like $10 to $20. But then again, if you've got a larger scale operation, and the other thing is, I think that it's not so much how much you're going to spend, but you know, and you know, that's probably if I were going to do some like heavy advertising, it's probably best to like, you know, see what Jake has to say or something like that about how to advertise smart, because that's really one of the things. It's like you've got a budget, but you want to make sure that that hits hard. And for what I do, it's really like if I make a video on a specific topic, you know, let me get those views, and also the cost per click. That's really the biggest thing. It's not how much your budget is overall, but how much are you willing to pay per person that clicks that ad. Because, you know, if I can pay $20 and I'm only paying like maybe 12 cents a click, you know, that would be better than paying $10 and like 50 cents a click. So you've got to kind of look into what that is. So that's really probably what you should be thinking about, is how much do I want to pay per viewer? How much is it worth it to me for one person to look at my video?
Good answer. I know, like I said, if advertising is the route you want to go down, I have a whole other course dedicated to YouTube advertising, which I call Hacking YouTube Advertising. And it's also on the last video of my free course, I talked a little bit about it. But I start small, like start with $10, $20. I started with $100 and I saw that it was working. So like right now I'm spending anywhere between $500 and $1,000 a month on ads, only because I know it's working. That kind of leads to the next question. What are some out-of-the-box ways to use social media to increase views and reach, other than just plugging in your videos and announcing releases on Twitter and Facebook? I run an education YouTube channel as well. Tom, have you used social media at all to help, like other types of social that helps your views?
Definitely get in touch with me. You know, you've got information, get in touch with me, especially if you're an educator or something like that. I'd love to hear from you. I think one of the most important things is directing your audience to your social media presence in your video. And to me, social media is another way to interact with my audience, not so much like try to find new people. I think that's where some people go wrong, is they're like, I'm trying to get this out there. But especially like Instagram, like I use my Instagram account, and Jake's got an Instagram too. You know, it's like we both happen to have cute kids. You know, you put that on there. It's a great way, like my students, you know, and I, you know, when somebody's like, I wish you were my teacher, I'm like, I am your teacher. You know, it's the 21st century. And, you know, something like Instagram, if you go to my Instagram feed at, you know, just at Tom Richey, just like Twitter, and you'll see that some of them are of my kid. Some of them are just stuff that I thought was funny or cool. And, you know, you've got about a third of my Instagram feed probably is stuff that in some way or another, like, promotes my channel. Like, if I've got, like, sometimes I'll post, like, a screenshot. Like, you know how sometimes, like, you're reaching for the camera, and anybody that's made a video, you know, like, sometimes you're like, you know, just like this really stupid face that you happen to have on. It's like some unflattering screenshot. And it's like, you know what, let me, you know, let me do that. Sometimes, like, what I did when I had like there were about like 15 kids that
Tom, you're going off. You're rambling here, dude. Let's get a concise answer.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, but that's basically, I mean, just interacting with those people, tagging some of your some of your audience. I think that that's great. But I've just seen it more like, and put it in your videos. Like, I always have a little thing that I put in there. I'll just like in the bottom of the screen, I've got a little thing that comes up, just at Tom Richey, and I think that my ratio of YouTube subscribers to Twitter followers is higher than a lot of people that I've seen. Like, there can be somebody that's got maybe 40 times as many like YouTube subscribers, and they've only got like 5 times as many Twitter followers. But I think I've done a good job like connecting. So you got to think about what direction that goes. And for me, I've seen that really using your channel to point to social media is the thing that's worked best for me.
So I guess I've got one thing to say as far as that question, and it's you're asking for out-of-the-box ways to use social media. What I'm going to suggest to you is not out of the box, but it is by far the most effective thing you can do, and that is build your email list. Facebook can change. Just because you post something on Facebook doesn't mean people are going to see it. Twitter, people aren't 24/7 on Twitter. I hardly ever check it anymore. I check it like occasionally, but just because you make a tweet doesn't mean people are going to see it. But your email list is something you can take, and it's something that it's your following. And in fact, probably if you're watching this right now, it's because you're on my email list. Like, that's what I pay money for. And I tell people who try and build their business on YouTube, YouTube is only a traffic source. You should use it to drive traffic to a website, because that website is something that you own. You don't own your YouTube channel. YouTube does. That's kind of the brutal, honest truth. You shouldn't build a business that depends solely on YouTube. You need to get people off of YouTube and get them onto your website. Get them into your email list, and that way you can, whatever you do, you have access to them. So build your email list. What are your tips on tags? Should be the one words or a line depending on your video. I usually do kind of one-word tags, and then I do phrase tags. So if you were going to do make money on YouTube, I would do make money. I would do make money on YouTube, and I would do money, and I would do YouTube. That's what I do. That doesn't mean that's the best way to do it, but I do a little bit of both. I do mix and match. Let's see. We're kind of getting. We've been on this Hangout over an hour. Can you believe it, Tom?
Yeah, time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun. I'm not seeing any other questions on here. I'm gonna check Twitter real quick.
Yeah, speaking of Twitter, shout out to Dean if he's still here. One of my friends just tweeted at me, was watching this thing. That was great. And Twitter's always good for getting maybe 1 or 2 extra views here and there.
Does putting the username of a popular YouTube channel in my niche in my tags help my videos show up in the sidebar? I would say probably yes. Again, you only want to do it if it's relevant, and if it is a relevant channel, but it would probably help show up on their videos. That's one strategy. Cool. Well, I think we're gonna shut this Hangout down again. If you want, I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you learned a lot of stuff. I'm a fan of giving out almost all my stuff for free, and then I guess what I consider the good stuff, I feel fine charging for, because I know whatever the course charges, I want it to make 10 times for you whatever you have to buy it for, and I think that's the case with Tom. He's been able to, he bought the course for, I think it was $97 or whatever it was, and then it's been able to deliver 10 times the value, and that's something he'll have for the rest of his life until YouTube changes something. So again, the deal is, go to videopower.org/hangout-limited-offer, and we'll put that in the comments. Dan, can you put that in the event comments as well? And then if you use the promo code on anything that the dollar a day on YouTube series, use the promo code Make Money, and it'll give you 30% off anything. That deal will expire on Sunday, as will this Hangout. So we'll unlist it or make it, I guess, private. So thanks for joining us, guys. I think we're going to start doing this on a monthly basis. So hope to see you next time, and I hope this was able to deliver a lot of value. And that's all I've got to say about that. Anything else, Tom? Any more love you want to share? Or
Oh, well,
give?
just yeah. Thanks, Jake, for having me. Thanks everybody that's been watching. I mean, I've had a lot of fun with my channel, and if somebody would have told me a year ago, because it's really been about a year since I saw Jake's ad, that a year from now I'm going to be on a video conference with this guy. I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout with this guy that's on the YouTube thing, trying to tell me how to make money on my channel. So that's the biggest thing, that like my channel was going nowhere a year ago, and I didn't realize, hey, I mean, I'll have exceeded that, and I'll be doing this Hangout. So just he's going to be doing this quite a bit. So a year from now, this could be, you right here, and of course, I've still got a long way to go myself. So thanks for listening, and it's just great it's probably the first time my channel's been like put up as some type of success story. So that's kind of cool.
I'm not there yet either, Tom. So you let me know when you get there. Couple questions that people ask I want to address real quick. Which of your products would be best for wanting to drive traffic to your YouTube channel? I'm growing fast but want to start advertising and push harder. If advertising is the route you want to go, I suggest my course, How to Hack YouTube Advertising. Again, you can find it in on my website. There's links. Go to products and it has a link to it. If advertising is how you want to get views and drive traffic. If you want to do more of like a SEO play and how to rank on YouTube and to get more views like through search, I think this how to make a dollar a day on YouTube is a good route to go. It teaches you like the best to make simple videos, how to find what people are searching for, how to optimize your videos for what people are searching for, and how to turn those views into money, how to make money from your views. That's what I'd suggest. One other question. I think there was. What else was there? Jake, who controls whether there's a skip button on the ads on your channel? Do I have control over that? You don't. If you have a channel and you say, yes, I'm open for YouTube monetization, that's all. You can either choose to monetize the video or not. That's as much control that you have. From there, it's the advertisers and Google that works out the deal who gets their video placed on your channel. And I think that's it.
And from what I'm gonna interject, Jake.
Yep.
Yeah, from what I understand, the non-skippable ads, it's like those are people that are like a big. Now, I've got a friend of mine who just passed up about 40,000 subscribers, hip use history, and I'm starting to see some unskippable ads on his. Like you'll notice that those tend to be the bigger channels. So that's your future. It's like YouTube. It's like the more successful you get, the more successful they help you get. Just this whole snowball effect.
Yeah, that's a good question. And those ones where you can't skip, those are third-party advertisers and channels usually. A lot of MCNs do that, multi-channel networks. So that's not done, I guess, within Google AdWords. That's more of a third-party platform, which I don't like those ads. I don't like ads where you have to watch them. I like the ones where you get to choose whether you skip them or not. So cool. That's all the questions I see, and it's actually all the questions we have time for. We got some football to get back to watch, right, Tom?
That's right. Go Aggies.
So all right. Well, thanks for joining us, and again, hope to see you next month for next week's Hangout.